This kid. Oh, he better be up getting dressed. Jaden is a nightmare at getting up in the morning. To keep my sanity in the morning, I just call him. I make sure his phone isn't on silent, because sometimes he'll just put it on silent and then I just blow up his phone, but he's not answering. So in a second, I'm gonna go and check. Anyway, hi friends, welcome back to my channel. Welcome if you guys are new. I'm Gemma and this is My Life as a Mum. So today is Tuesday and honestly it could be raining and it would still be a good Tuesday. Nothing can spoil my mood because today is the first day of a new pay cycle in a sense. Today is child benefit. In 2 weeks I'll get child tax, and every Friday from this week I will get a new income stream, being my housekeeping wage. I will say that the wage is really only replacing the child tax credits that we lost in April. We were getting £800 and odd and we've got less than 400, and now from my wage it will put my money back up plus £200, which is great because honestly since we lost tax credits from 8 to less than 4, we've barely survived without my mum's help. So she's been a godsend. I don't know how we would have survived with 5 kids without her, because normally I borrow money and I borrow it until Tuesday or until next week, and then I get paid and I give it straight back, because sometimes there's just a day or 3 days or 1 week too much month at the end of the money. And so my mum's always my fall guy and she helps me out and I always pay her back. And since April I have had to borrow money, pay her back a little bit, borrow money, pay her back some, borrow money, borrow money, borrow money. And now the money that we were having to borrow off my mum is my £200 extra buffer that my wage gives me, so I should never have to borrow off my mum again. Anyway, I'm gonna make a cup of tea, sort my hair out, get dressed, sort the kids out, get them off to school, and then we will go to Tesco's.
Club card accepted. Payment accepted. Thanks for shopping at Tesco.
I'm a little bit tired. I'm roasting and my fingers are killing. I don't know if you can see that. The food bag was heavy but manageable, and then the plates, I had to walk so carefully in order to not have the bag kind of bouncing a little bit, because I'm not kidding, I had 2 or 3 stitches tear and I was like, oh my god, please let me make it home. So we're home. I'm gonna do a quick haul. It was £27.09 and with my Tesco club card it was £25.44, so £1.65 saved, which is not massive but still every penny counts. So starting over this side, I got a big family-sized enchilada kit. We've not had these in forever. This is for me and Brooklyn for dinner. We like to have chicken pasta for dinner. Picked up these 2 steak slices for work with ski smooth yogurts for work. They're mine. I was looking for something for Carl. I think we'll probably find some at Asda's. Picked up some coleslaw for Carl. Maddie wanted for today's dinner, but we totally forgot, so she can have it tomorrow. We have pasta shells with bolognese sauce. I'm gonna put that in her little food container, so she'll have that for dinner. This is something that we had at my mum's, and now the caramel flavour is the best. So I picked up those Snacker Jack smooth caramel rice cake type things. I picked up ready salted, salt and vinegar, and then we've got a mixed with beef and onion, roast chicken and smoky bacon crisp. Maddie's also been asking for a pot noodle lately, so I managed to pick up one of those. This is for Madison's pet lunch. Picked up these to go in Carl's lunchbox because he likes shortbread. I love almond slices. This was a packed lunch kind of staple slash favourite for my dad. Picked up some caramel and just chocolate Rockies for £1 each. And then since I've been working, which has only been 3 days, we use a cream cleaner on the bath and the sink, and it was only £1, so I thought this would work great on the shower. So I picked up that. I'm gonna put all of this away and then we'll move on to the second bag. And there's not a lot in there, but I wanna quickly show you. Okay, so before I show you what I've got, I wanted to just remind you of what my cupboard looked like. We've got these mismatch plates from my mother-in-law, 4 Aura saucers, 6 of the Aura cereal bowls. The 2 pasta bowls up there are also Aura, I'm pretty sure. Yeah, they're Aura as well. And then the glasses aren't the same. I've got 4 Miss Hinch glasses up there. I have 4 of these ones and 6 of these ones. I want my pasta bowls, my cereal bowls, my saucers and my tea plates to all match. I've been going in for weeks and they've been mismatched and it's been awful, and I've been this close to thinking I'm gonna have to get the grey version, but I went in today and thankfully only one of them was an off-white and I managed to get 8 pure white plates. So we're gonna change out the old plates that were off my mother-in-law for some new ones. So let me show you what I got. So these are the Aura plates. They are all the same colour, which I'm so glad. The other ones you would have been able to see the grey on the side and then the top was white. But what I did in Tesco's was get a saucer and put it on top of the grey plates, and it just did not match. It looked kind of odd. So I'm really happy that I managed to pick up 8 of those. I also picked up 2 more saucers because I got 4 and now we've got 6 all together. When I first went shopping for stuff, I picked up 2 spotty ones and a grey stripy one. So it's supposed to look like this in my cupboard. Now, Carl drinks coffee, so he normally has this one, and as you can see inside, it still looks really good. I'm now gonna add that to my miscellaneous cups. So we've got my mum cup, the grey cup, and Brooklyn's Slytherin cup. And down here, these are what me and Brooklyn were drinking cups of tea out of, and as you can see, it's stained the bottom and the side. This one's even worse. So nobody drinks out of these. So I'm gonna get rid of these 2 and replace them with 3 new cups. They're so cute and grey, so they match. Then I picked myself up a butty container in case I just take a sandwich and then some stuff that can be thrown in my bag. And then because I want to take stuff like tuna and pasta or pasta shells with the bolognese sauce, I can take this. And then if I can think of something else to go in it, I've also got the little container and maybe some sauce, who knows. So I picked up those 2 for me. I wasn't too sure on the style to get for Carl, so I'm still in a lookout, but these are what I've got for myself. And then I also picked up this, a little bit random, but for Father's Day, if you've been on the TikTok shop, they sell these with sweets in and a lid, and I think I'm gonna get another one to put on top to act as a lid, but I just thought this would be cute to put some snacks in for the kids just for whenever and for when we're watching movies. So I picked up all of that, and this comes to £42.75. We're gonna switch out the old ones for the new ones. I'm so happy. I'm gonna put these for the wash. I've got work tomorrow and we'll use that sometime soon. Oh my god. I can't believe that after being here for August through to July, almost 12 months, and I've only just but finally been able to complete this cupboard. It looks so much better. Everything matches. I love it. This is what I want my house to look like. Matching with a purpose. I'm so happy. Now what are we going to do with these? They'll probably just get put in the pantry in case we do have more than one guest over for tea, but I got £224 in total this morning. So let me go to my calculator. 224 minus 147.53. I have spent £76.47 today. I put a fiver on Jaden's account, so let me minus that. £5 on Jaden's parent pay for his school dinners. I went to the shop this morning and spent no more than a tenner. I mean 40, 50, 60, 70. I spent a good 70 quid. And normally I'd be like, oh my god, that's ridiculous, like I shouldn't have spent that much, blah blah blah, but £147 to have left for child benefit to last me the week at least. Like, I'm not trying to spend each money each week, like I have this much and I need to spend it in a week because I get paid Friday, and then I need to spend that in a week because I'll get paid the Friday after. I'll also get child tax credits the week after, so I need to spend twice as much the week after. Like, I'm not trying to do that, but I mean, I have got 147 at minimum that's got to last a whole week before I get more money. Like, I'm not worried or stressing about the fact that I've got to make that last 2 weeks, even though I've spent around close to 70 quid today, which is a little bit steep. But these plates was absolutely needed. If I hadn't have got those and I'd left it too much longer, the Aura collection would have been out at Tesco's, the white version anyway. I'm actually gonna make a brew and the pasta and chat to you guys just a little bit about what's been going on over the last couple of months, because there's so much to update you guys on. It's been manic and it will explain a lot why I have not been consistent recently. It all started in April, so if I'd have been posting, not if you guys have been following along because you haven't been able to. In April I sat down and did a video for you guys talking about my expenses. I showed you guys my income versus my outgoing, where I wanted to have sinking funds and save, what I wanted to spend on groceries, and now my camera's flashing. There was a bit of something off with my storage and I thought, well, I tell you what, I get paid on Tuesday, which was literally like 3 days away. I get paid on Tuesday and then I'll ring them up after I've paid my 4 weekly payment, and then we'll see how much is outstanding. It should only be a couple of quid and then I'll be straight with them. Tuesday rolls around and I get less than 400 quid for child tax credits, which is normally more than £800. As you guys will know if you've been following me for a while. Since April, my life has been a mess. I've had 2 mottos, the main one being, I am so far up a creek without a paddle. Financially, it's ridiculous. And then I had a situation with my storage unit and I felt like I was up against a wall by my throat. Like, he had the pressure on. I was like this close from having my stuff repossessed, because the thing that annoyed me with the situation with storage was we agreed that on a Tuesday or a Wednesday I would pay £200. I would pick my stuff up on the Saturday, and then on like the Tuesday after the Saturday I would pay £71.50. So I paid him the £200. I forgot all about it, meaning I just mentally let it go until Saturday, and then when Saturday come around I would have got my stuff and I would have paid him £71.50 on Tuesday without a doubt. Even though my stuff wasn't in storage and he didn't have a hold on me, I owed it him, I would have paid it in. Saturday comes around and I get there with the van, the only day that I can get a van. It's like the monkey and the organ grinder. So the organ grinder is in all week and the monkey's in at the weekend. And he was like, oh, I'm sorry, but you know, he said you can't take it until you pay the £71.50. I'm like, I don't have the £71.50. We agreed this, that and the other. And it's like, oh, I'm sorry, you know, it's out of my hands, it's not my decision. I ended up having to borrow from my mum yet again to settle that. So that was one situation that put me under a lot of stress. My Christmas decorations mean the world to me because they're from my grandma and granddad, essentially. Not only that, I've got a bag in the storage unit. I mean, not anymore, it's all in my bedroom. With my kids, you know, newborn stuff in. So again, there was no way I was going to lose this storage unit, but the amount of pressure that it was putting on me was ridiculous. That's all sorted, my stuff is all in my bedroom, and it's one less thing to stress about. Honestly, I kind of feel like it's a bit of a godsend because now I've got a job and I could pay him every 4 weeks without fail. I don't have to pay him. I've got £70 back in my pocket. Let's go in the front room because my dinner's ready. I'm gonna take my shoes off while my pasta cools down a tiny little bit. I do eventually want to get a storage unit for my Christmas decorations and then keepsake stuff, so that won't come for months yet, but I'm in a completely different place. But yeah, during the time that I've been away, I needed to pay for kind of a party ticket for Maddie so she could go to her leavers party. They also was buying leavers hoodies, and at the specific moment they were asking, I needed extra time than what was being asked of us, and she was like, yeah, sure, don't worry about it, we'll sort something out. And then it was actually passing, so I was taking Maddie to school and she took her kid to school and was on the way past, so we literally crossed and we were like, morning. And then she was like, oh, before I forget, I just wanted to let you know that me and a couple of the other mums, we're gonna cover the ticket, I think it was, so you just need to cover the hoodie. All they paid for the hoodie and I need to cover the ticket. Straight away I was like, thank you, that you really didn't have to, I just needed a little bit of extra time. I was emotional. I remember I was walking Maddie the rest of the street to school. It was a bright sunny day and I was getting emotional. I could hardly hold back the tears, and I was joking with Maddie for the rest of the walk down the street. Stop crying, it's fine, don't worry about it, kind of thing. And I was like, I can't help it, the sun's in my eyes and it's making my eyes water. So we laughed the rest of the way to school while I tried to control myself and just blamed it on the sunshine making my eyes water. And then this was me walking home, still almost crying. And then a little bit after that, another one of the mums, I didn't know who this was at the time. She was kind of, you know, remaining anonymous because she didn't want me to feel like I needed to thank her in any way. But I insisted. I really wanted to know because I have to be able to at least say thank you. And when you stood in the yard feeling like, could it be you? Could it be you? Like, it literally could have been any one of you. And I knew it wasn't a conversation around the school, it was just like the PT mums, you know. But anyway, so I found out that one of the other PT mums had paid for Madison's ticket. So Madison is going to her leavers party with a hoodie on. By the grace of God, of these 4 women, what it was, the mum who had paid the other thing that I was going to pay, she went home and spoke to her mum about it, and her mum said, we'll pay for it. So her and her mum, who I don't even know, paid for, I'm sure, Madison's ticket. I have been nothing but grateful to these women. And then when I got my job, I wanted to personally tell all 3 of them that I had a job, and just to, again, thank you so much for helping me when I really needed it. Things have been really bad lately, like financially. I've never struggled this much financially, and it's been so stressful. So I don't drone on too much or too long, we're now at a point where I have a job. So this come about because me and Carl were arguing over money, and I ended up storming out of the house with Maddie. I thought, right, where can I go that I would want to work? I don't want to pick something that I'd be really uncomfortable doing, just because I've kind of been a hermit for years now. I barely go out in public. When I do, it's just because I'm going to the shop and I'm coming home, or I'm doing this and I'm coming home. I don't socialize too much, so my comfort level around that is a little bit more So I went to the hotel to do housekeeping. That was the thing. I wanted to do housekeeping, and thankfully there was a housekeeping job available. I applied for that online. It's so annoying that you can't just walk in and say, have you got a job? Yeah, okay, we'll give you a trial. No, you've got to fanny it about, going online, filling out forms, waiting for a response. I needed to know now. Anyway, so then I went from there and I went to a couple of shops. I've never heard back from anything other than the hotel. I remember I was walking home from school after dropping Maddie off, and I thought, oh, I'll look at that voicemail in a little bit when I get home. It's probably the voicemail that I keep getting off somebody else. And I got home and I thought, right, what can I do? Oh, I'll listen to this voicemail. It'll be the same thing, same person. And it was like, hiya, I'm looking for a Gemma. This is the hotel. I was just wondering if you could come in for an interview. Oh my god, absolutely. So I went in for an interview. I started on the 15th of July. I've done 3 days. Today is my first day off. I'm back in on Wednesday. I've got Thursday, Friday off, and I'm in Saturday, Sunday. So I do 4 days a week. The days change, but I get like a week in advance of what my next week's rota is, so I can at least plan certain days out. I think this week on Friday I should get about £150, and then next week I'll get child tax credits and around £200 for my wage, because I'll have done 4 days. It just feels so nice to feel like I can breathe again. I want to budget again. I want to show you guys those videos. I'm going to be budgeting differently because one, I get paid weekly now. On 2 of the weeks I get paid twice. I want to budget for Christmas and the kids' birthdays. I want to budget an emergency fund. I want to budget for Jaden and Casey to go boxing twice a week, Maddie to go jiu-jitsu twice a week. I want to just put money away so that we can get clothes, and I'm also going to be starting up the gym, so I need to budget for that. I want to go to the gym for mental health reasons. It's not to lose weight first. I want to go to the gym so that I can move my body more for my mental health. I just so happen to need to build up core muscle because changing beds kills your back. I already can suffer with a bad back as it is, so I really need to work up my core muscles, and I just want to lose the baby weight or the belly. Yeah, I just want to get in shape, tone up a little, and build up my core muscles for work and move my body for mental health reasons. So my appearance is going to start to change. I need to get my hair sorted out, because if you have been following me for 3-5 years, if you know me personally, since Brooklyn was 3 or 4, I have had a mum bun. So it is time to switch things up. Dinner was so good. I think I'm gonna sit down and do a budget, which I do want to share with you guys in a video, a more updated version of my incoming, outgoing, where I want to do sinking funds, stuff like that. I might do it Thursday, Friday when I'm next off, but I can breathe. Feels so good. If any of you guys are going through a financial downfall right now, keep the faith. It's so hard, and I hope you've got someone like my mum who can, you know, help keep you afloat. I would highly recommend you getting a job just because you feel like you've just got a little bit more stability. Go to Asda's or Tesco's and do cleaning, like just do anything that will get you in the door quicker than if you wanted to do, you know, childminding, which is what I initially wanted to do. That would take 6 months. I did not have 6 months. I've been so lucky that from the time that I walked into the hotel to get the job and from the time that I started it was no more than 2 weeks. And like I said, it's been a godsend. I hear a lot of mums, you know, he goes to work and I stay home as a stay-at-home mum. I take the kids to school, he's the breadwinner, I've only got benefits, I don't really have any savings, yada yada. Like, I've been that way for years, so I completely understand and sympathize, but there's nothing better than knowing that you can take care of yourself. 2 of the women at my work have said they have their wage come in and there's an app where you can take money from your wage and save it in a pot over here. 2 people at work have said, oh yeah, I put money in there out of my wage every time I get paid, and he doesn't even know about it. I I think this is something every woman should have. Just a couple of quid, put it into an account that if shit hits the fan, you're not another mum who has to start over from nothing because financially you're nothing without him, because I've been the same. Sometimes us stay-at-home mums suffer because we don't have any form of income and we're kind of under the will or whatever of the one who is financially taking care of us, in a sense, and it's a power imbalance. It's not nice. More of us stay-at-home mums need to find a way of being financially secure by ourselves. I just think there's nothing more powerful for a woman than to be financially secure. So it's definitely something that I'm going to be, you know, building up. We're definitely going to have savings that help our family, an emergency fund for the family, a holiday fund, you know, stuff for all of us. But security for myself is so important because I've never really had it before. I said I was going to do this back in January, you know, so that I could look after myself and not have to rely on other people, and for a year I've done that. I have been trying to make my own financial security, but until now it hasn't happened. So I'm definitely utilizing the fact that I have this job, besides the fact that I really enjoy it and I love the people that I work with. I definitely want to empower more mums, more women, to find a way of being financially secure on their own, even if it's a side hustle. Put the money aside so that if your world as you know it ends, you have a financial cushion. It's so important. I hate to hear a woman is relying on a man financially, because it makes you feel stuck. It just feels so nice, and I want more of you guys to have that. So if you are a mum, or if you're a female, or even if you're a male, please find a way of making a little bit of extra income. Important announcement that I want to make before I close out of this video. Over the past few weeks, over the past couple of months, I have footage that I have not and probably will not share on my YouTube channel. There are certain clips I know I won't share on my YouTube channel. So over the past few weeks, well, I'd probably say over the last 2 or 3 weeks maybe, I have considered making a Patreon. Now, I want to do a behind the scenes level. What are they called? Tiers. I want to have a behind the scenes tier, which is basically stuff that doesn't make it onto YouTube, or if there are times like this or the past couple of months where I've been somewhere else and I haven't been on YouTube, I have still been getting out my camera and talking to you guys, sharing thoughts and feelings and updates on what's going on. And I feel like sometimes I do come on camera to talk to you guys about things that I guess subconsciously I know I'm not actually going to share. The reason why I subconsciously know I won't share it is because it's so public, it's YouTube, a lot of people know about my channel, and there are some things in life, you know, when you're going through something and you have a thought in your mind but you haven't necessarily spoke to someone about it, or I need to be careful, but there's things we don't share out in real life. Basically, behind the scenes is almost like, it's kind of like that. I'm in the process of setting that up, but it's definitely something that I want to do. Unseen footage from videos that don't make it up onto YouTube will end up on Patreon. It's more so that you guys can get in my head. I am going to crack on with what I'm doing. I just wanted to update you guys on that in case you were interested. I will let you guys know when behind the scenes is up and running. I want to get a couple of things on there before I have patrons signing up with no content. So once I get it up and running, which is probably going to be a few weeks because I've kind of got a lot of stuff going on at the minute with work. I feel like life has threw me off course for the last couple of months, and I'm literally only like 3 days into getting my life back on track. So once I can sort out the details and get it up and running, I will let you guys know. But I really hope you guys will join me over there, because you get to hear thoughts and feelings that I wouldn't necessarily share on my YouTube channel. If you watched the vlog where I found happiness in the midst of despair, I chopped out a lot of my thoughts and feelings and you guys didn't get to see it. But if you were on Patreon, I would share it over there. that's the update. I hope that a lot of you guys will be over there. It's not going to be expensive, it's just like 3 to 5 quid. I think it's £4 actually. But until next time, have a great week, have a great weekend, have a great day.